Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to some Friday night Frostpunk. A little bit late of a start here. Kind of once again away from my regular streaming location. And just always a fun little debacle of technology. As always, let's make sure the sound is working. Hello, May. Oh, hello back at you, buddy. All right. All right, so let's do this. Let's not delay anymore. So I know last week we said we were going to continue the run we were doing last week. I don't know what I was thinking last week. That run, I looked at it, and that run was doomed. So we're going to try another one here. Maybe we'll move away from windswept peaks. Hey, Paco, good to see you. Yes, girls just want to have snow and frostbite. You know that's true. On Friday Night Frostpunk they do. Everybody wants some snow and frostbite. Let's see. So, which map should we do? I kind of like the crater, to be honest. I like this map. Let's do that one. As always, I don't know why I do this to myself, but we're going to do Stuart. We fail every time. How rude of me. How are you? How you doing, Baco? Hope all is well with you. So we are going to repopulate the Frostland. We'll do random communities. I always like at least something a little bit random. We're going to try the depleted cores. Search the Frostland to restore an unfinished IEC core factory. So we're not going to start off with any cores. We got to get out to the Frostland and get that going. All right. I hope the studying is going well. Hope all is well. It is Friday after all. I didn't think about that for a second. I'm like, wait, we're playing Frostpunk 2. Of course it's Friday. All right, let's start. Let's get this going. Let us do it, do it, do it. Alright, a different beginning. In a forgotten corner of the Frostland, 3 separate peoples found an unclaimed generator and made it their common home. The Thinkers. Okay. Educated urbanites convinced post-Frost society must be remade through rational inquiry. The Lords, self-proclaimed heirs to distinguished lines and guardians of traditional duties. And the Foragers. Alright, we got three good groups to start. Natural survivalists adapted to the harsh Frostland conditions. Together they chose you to lead their city. Their dream to repopulate the Frostland and replace these barren wastelands with thriving settlements and cities. Dining, everything's fine. Awesome. I was having dinner. I don't think I'll be here much longer. I have a meeting with my party, so I'll leave in a few minutes. Oh, awesome. All right. Well, then I really appreciate you stopping in to say hi. Always nice when you get to see a friend on stream, even if they don't have a lot of time to stay. Sounds like you have a nice night planned. Do I have a nice night planned? I don't know. We will see by the end of tonight's run. I always do these Friday Night Frostpunks, and I feel like every Friday I fail, but we keep trying. I love this game for some reason. I think I love it because I fail. Because it is difficult. Alright, Tales from the Frostland. Before we can fulfill our ambition, we need to end this tale. Depleted cores. Without cores, it is impossible to upgrade the generator, establish colonies, or build advanced buildings. You must find and repair the core factory as fast as possible to withstand increasingly devastating weather. All right, so let's pause it here. Let's see what we got in regards to resources. Alright, so we got some coal right here. So that is where we are frost breaking first. So that's a good start. Then we need to frost break to these prefabs, and we'll aid the frost breaking of that area. Of course, we will build the council hall. Alright. Okay. Let's get these materials. Oh, and actually, let's take a look. So where are we trying to get to? Oh, here we go, right here. Oh, what was I doing? Hold on. Let's not frost break there. Let's frost break here for materials. Look at all these right here. Yeah, this is what we want. And then food. Yeah, so we can start with a small one right here. Now, oh, I always forget to change back to Celsius. I like to do Fahrenheit for the last autumn runs. Let's see. Among Us. I lost a game playing on easy. I wouldn't say that Frostpunk 2 is an easy game. Do you know, I gotta get into Among Us. It's one of those things where I'm like, that game sounds awesome. And I'm always like, oh, I should play that. And then it's just like, it's on my list of games that I want to play and just haven't gotten to yet. Especially, too, they have Among Us VR. I was like, ooh, any good VR game. An excuse to play games on my Quest. Oh yeah, so let's see. So we're gonna do, you know, maybe we'll leave that for there. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3 right there. So we'll do, yeah. There we go. So we want to get about 4 of these things going. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3 for there. So we'll set that one up. All right, let's spin it around. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our 4 there. We'll use this for the expansion. 1, 2, 3. So we'll do 1 and 2. Now the question is, where are we going to put the 4th one? Where, oh where, indeed. Yeah, like right here. Do 1 and then 1. Okay, so we've got all of that set up. Okay. I think we're ready to unpause here. So let's try not to die this run. Let's try to actually have a good start for next week. Not one of those where I'm like, oh, this is good. And then the following week when I look at it, I'm like, oof. I love looking at the materials districts here, these little frozen trees around. I don't know if you're familiar with the game, but this past week, whenever I had some free time, I've been playing Songs of Six. It's incredibly addictive. Ooh, that's another one I have on my wish list. There's a Grand Strategy podcast I listen to, and they were talking about it. And I'm always looking for a good new one to get onto. So, yeah, I just heard about this week. Maybe this is a sign that you bring it up. Like, oh, I need to finally just play that game. So I'm gonna check that one out. Okay, I think we can do a coal district. One, two, three. Yeah, so we'll do that. Perfect there. Yes, Songs of Six. So what is the general? I forget what the basic premise of that one is. I'll have to look it up in a moment. But first we got to get our first council session. Unfortunately, I have to run the game today on GeForce Now, so I'm not able to connect the Twitch companion. So unfortunately, there's no voting. There's no community voting, which makes me kind of sad. I love that. I love that feature that they have on here. Paid essentials. I mean, I always end up getting the same factions because the factions are based on the laws you pass. But this is such a good law to start with. Increased efficiency and heat stamps. Yeah, we're just going to do that. We will negotiate it. I do like the foragers. Let's see what we can get from them. Yeah, forage additives, because I want to go for that one next anyway. And now, I think we can let this ride. So let's do it.
The proposed law has been approved.
All right. Man, my headphones are sounding kind of funky tonight. My headphones aren't dying. Hopefully it's not the sound on stream. I don't know what's worse.
Take heed.
Alright. Before we do, let's get some... Ooh, no, not this. Let's get people housed. There we go. So we'll get 5 more people housed. Now, where did we say we were? Yeah, I said we were going to make a run for there. Yeah, I think we are. Because we're going to build up to the food here. So it would make sense to go out that way. Alright. So we just need to expand 2 more housing districts. I kind of want to do that first, so that we don't start off with sick people.
The price of gruel has been reduced. This week only.
Alright. And then we only need to expand 1 more. Ooh, Paco on Twitch. Hello. Something that really appealed to me about Songs of Six was how it goes from being a colony manager to a city builder. Oh, interesting. And then to a kind of grand strategy where you can conquer other cities. No wonder this one has been recommended. Okay, hold on. Now I gotta... I know I've seen the game on Steam before, but I want to remind myself what the cover of it looks like. What does the cover look like? I'll wait for that to load up. Oh, it's on the wrong monitor for me.
A new council session is now in order.
Ah, yeah, I have seen this up in here before. Interesting. Oh, and you got some classic graphics on this one. Okay. Oh, and it's in early access. Ah, and it is a Mac and PC game. Something I always appreciate since I play on both platforms. We are on a Mac tonight. Cutthroat economy. Stuart, now that we are charging for essentials, some unemployed families are unable to afford basic necessities. Work goes to the worthiest. If these people were passed up, it's their own damn fault. They should put in the work instead of expecting the city to solve their problems, claimed one Thinkers delegate. Others are more measured. They say we could provide them with a weekly allowance. If we can't offer them work, we will give them a budget. Up to them to use it wisely. No. Let them fend for themselves. Alright. Now we're going to do forged additives. I think we can let this one roll. Let's let it. Come on. Yes, there we go.
The eyes have it.
The eyes have it. That does sound cool, though. It's like all of the best styles of grand strategy, like, rolled into one. Oops. Nope. Okay.
The delegates have
If you've noticed, I am zooming in and out in a very weird way. This is because, like I said, I'm normally playing on, well, not normally. I switch between Mac and PC a lot. I have a desktop that's a PC, a laptop that's a Mac, and the scrolling is different. But I'm playing my Mac with a keyboard and mouse tonight, and so there's something about scrolling with the mouse that I'm used to going the other direction. If it's a trackpad on a keyboard on a laptop, I'm used to it. So my instinct to scroll in and out is like reversed for me tonight. Alright, let's get some food going.
Brace yourself. Cold is coming.
Yeah, let's let's just do it through the generator. Ooh, 168. Okay, maybe we'll expand the coal district first. Alright, so we've got enough houses now. So we've got to do something about that stuff. We've got 30 weeks of that. 37, 44, yeah. Alright, so let's expand you. Actually, no, yeah, we should just get this in here. So we'll get that in there, then we can expand it. Okay.
If you're unsure whether foraged food additive is safe for
Excellent. There we go.
consult
Now we need
your
food.
local scout office.
So remind myself what we need for the food district. Okay, so we just need 40 Heat stamps. 40 more heat stamps.
All corners of the city, the council gathers.
Alright, so what do we do now? What do we pass? Yeah, let's do... maybe productive outsiders. No, let's do accept all outsiders. Because I'm going to get that event. It's going to make me sad. So we're going to do all outsiders. Let's see what the thinkers want. Maybe harvesting funerals. I don't really mind. I don't really care either way about the funerals one. Family apprenticeship. I do like that one. Let's do that. Yeah, now we can let it go. There we go.
Law has been approved.
All right. So we're building food. That's exactly what disappointed me about Frostpunk 2. I know I was... Oh, warmer season. Oh, thank God. I know I was hyping it up, and it didn't have to be true, but I was expecting a world where the cold wasn't such a pervasive issue and survival would be about social and diplomatic challenges. When they announced the game and said it would have more cities, I imagine it was sort of competition between the different Frostpunk 1 genres. Yeah. But in the end, it was a Frostpunk 1 with more mechanics. It's a good game, but not the sequel I was hoping for. Yeah, I hear you on that one. That's interesting. That makes sense. More interaction with other generators would have been pretty cool, right? Because that is kind of like in the first one, you're just one city. Now you're dealing with other ones. I think, too, that sentiment you have about Frostpunk 2 is kind of like a general consensus about the game in many different directions, but just it wasn't the sequel I was hoping for. Which is interestingly... oh wait, I wanted Snow Wars in a kind of new British Empire. yeah, Snow Wars. In a in a multiverse, far, far away. Cindy's pa went and got her a governess, like she's gonna be a duchess or something. Not on our watch. We roughed up the little bitch all right. Ferguson's boys will learn this too. If they're trying to wife us again tonight, we'll pull razors and say we'll cut out their eyes. It'll be good fun. But what we want is a proper rumble. Short blades only. Come on, who wants to play? The lack of law regulating childhood is causing tension to rise throughout the city. In a Scotland far, far away to the north. Yeah, I think that's the thing, is that that's one of the things I do actually admire, though, about the devs for this game. They have such a popular game, the first one, and they could have totally just been like, yeah, we're just going to, like, redo Frostpunk 1. Just make, like, Frostpunk 1 with better graphics. Which I guess, you know, you could say is, like, what they're doing with Frostpunk 1886. But they didn't. They, like, made something completely different. Which I kind of admire, because, I mean, I'll be honest, this is not the sequel I would have guessed was coming. But, and I have to say, like, it took me a little bit to get into this one. Because it was so different, I was like, oh, this isn't the Frostpunk that I know. But it grew on me, I have to say. And it grew very quickly. I wouldn't say it took me a while. But I've grown to really enjoy this game quite a lot. Because it does take a little bit of time to get into, to be like, oh, what is, especially if you know and love the first game so much, you're like, what's happening in this? What am I trying to do here? So I kind of admired that. Oh no, we need more heat. I'm gonna wait till we can. Well, no, maybe I should just get it started. Why can I not click anything? There we go. I must needs go unto the meeting of the party. If we finish in due time, I shall return. Ah, thank you, my friend. It is always good to see you. Enjoy your Among Us party. I'm jealous. Sounds like a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll see you again tonight. If not, then I know you're having an excellent night and also just as good. So, see you next time, my friend. Alright. So we got to get this second coal district underway here. Yeah, got to get that going. Food, we've given ourselves some time. Oh, it's a political party, not an Among Us party. Well then, I hope you enjoy it just as well. Although, I would have to say, if you're going to a political party here in the United States, it would be kind of like Among Us at the way things are going right now, so... I hope you have a much better political party than one would have here. But maybe not, actually. Maybe not. Either way, I hope you enjoy it. Ah, yes, childhood. What did I promise? Family apprenticeship. That is what I promised. Ah, look at this. A lot of people want this one. I don't think we need to negotiate at all. Let's just vote it. The eyes have it. Alright. Alright. I want to get, like, our necessities taken care of before we get out to the Frostland. Maybe that's to, like, my detriment. Look at that frozen lake there. I don't know. But I don't think it is. Alright, let's get the materials district underway. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, and this will get... Oh, yeah, I probably, though, should have done the coal district instead of the materials district. Well, we just need to get to 40 heat stamps. We can get to that fairly quickly. There we go. All right. Yeah, and then we can do 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. Hey, that's actually perfect. We get a little bit of heat saving there.
Don't shield your apprentice from the dangerous aspects of your job.
I think, though, yeah, we need to get the Research Institute underway. Ooh, or we need... The city grows. Stuart, a new count has revealed significant growth in our population in recent weeks. Some attribute the rise to an influx of settlers from the Frostland, others to births outnumbering deaths. Whatever the cause, we have adjusted our calculations of the city's needs to reflect the new numbers. I think maybe what we do here, since we have 16, is build a housing district. What do we need for that? 40. Oh, no, no, no. But we need... Oh, no, no. We're building the coal right now. So let's get to 40. Alright. Yeah, and then we can do 1, 2, 3 like that. Perfect. But that should get us all we need right there, right? Because that'll be 20. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, we really need to get the Research Institute now. So now we really need to wait to get to 100 heat stamps.
The council has convened and awaits the
Alright, what can we do? Actually, do I have people who like me? Yeah, I would rather get these guard enforcers. Let's give it a try. Can I get 41 lords on my side? Ceremonial funerals? Sure. And then the foragers. Expedition support. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, this should get us what we need. By 2 votes. Yikes. Alright, so we got 2 things to pass. Alright, so everybody's housed. Stuart, you have been generous handing out promises to numerous groups. It's imperative you see those promises fulfilled in your time, or you risk people losing trust in your word. Consider calling an emergency council session to try and push some matters through the council. Yeah, I don't think we need to do that, though. I don't think we do. Oop. Alright, let's make sure everything is working here. Everything seems to be in order. Alright. Oh, we're actually already running low on that. Now we do have some prefabs here. But no, we're waiting. Stay focused. We don't need it right now. We need the Research Institute. What we really need is a coal mine. Alright, let's build it.
Help us keep you warm. Report all leaks and damages to the nearest maintenance office.
Yeah, we are running low on stuff. This is expanded. Well, let's go for this. Oh, we don't even have the heat stamps for it. Because it'll help us get over there. Yeah, see, we need to get to the Frostland and get people to start, and get the expeditions to start helping us. That's really what we need.
A deep freeze is incoming. Ignore your peril.
Now we're gonna get a dust coal mine first. Yeah, we'll deal with this later. That one is just to show off all the new stuff.
Recess has ended.
Yeah, so we're gonna do coal mines here. So the dust coal mine. Only 20 materials with disease. Yeah, we're definitely going to do the dust coal mine. Okay, so we can turn the heat down in some of this stuff. Ooh, yeah. Maybe a little too cold here. Why don't we keep things chilly? People won't be very happy, but until we get that coal mine, that's what we'll do. Don't worry, people. We're about to get a coal mine. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's pass ceremonial funerals. Ooh. I don't think we need to negotiate for it. That's good.
The delegates have spoken.
All right. So we did that. Trust is pretty good right now. Though we're about to really run out of stuff.
The delegates have reached a decision. A new law takes hold.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick pause so I can get another drink, go to the bathroom. 60 seconds. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Let us continue. All right, so we got a couple problems. We run out of food, we run out of materials. I'd rather run out of materials before I run out of food. So let's get another food district going. Alright. We gotta get to the Frostland. We just gotta. But seriously, we gotta. So let's get on that. Let's make sure. Alright, so we need to get to 40 key stamps. Get that next.
One of our oldest citizens has passed away. All are invited to pay their respects at the funeral.
See, the other thing is, so all of this, trying to keep up with this stuff keeps making me push back getting to the Frostland. But if I could get to the Frostland, I could bring in some of this stuff. I think that's what I'm going to try to do here. Build another food district, get that underway, then go out here and try to find myself some materials to bring in. I think that's what I'm going to go for here. Okay. So let's build another food district. We can go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then we could like build a hub here. Alright, so next I want to frost break out to here. Oh, here we go. I doubted we could sustain ourselves off this harsh land, yet here bellies are filled from foraging. I used to doubt that people could truly honor the departed through ceremonies and parades, but now I see them celebrating with heartfelt reverence. This made me realize what this city can become. In times of the times of mere survival are gone. We must organize. A brighter tomorrow is within our reach. Menders formed in support of forge additives and ceremonial funerals. Reading is hard tonight. Reading's very hard tonight. I don't know why. So, I'm going to remind myself what I got. Organize rescue operations. So, the community action is the Menders will dispatch teams to the Frostland to locate and rescue survivors. Yeah, okay. Exploration support. Okay. Fine. It's not bad. It's not good either. We don't need to stay focused in on that. Alright. Yeah, and we do eventually... Oh my god. My mouse is like very sensitive here. In 7 weeks, we're going to need to get another prefabs district. They keep looking at my hands. Every day they come and pester me about my work. What are you doing right now? Can we push the other research along? Why are you halting the drafting of the law we discussed yesterday? They want to influence what we do. Menders. Poof. Alright. I don't know why he had that accent, but that's what we went with. Alright, so that'll be done in 2 weeks. We got 4 weeks for the materials.
From all corners of
Alright, so let's pass expedition support. So foragers and menders. Actually, I think we can let this one ride. We only need 11 more out of the 48. Let's do it. Yep, there we go.
The votes are in. The
Nice
measure
doing
passes.
business with you, Council. Alright, so let's Frostbreak out here. So there we go, yeah. And then we can, like, Frostbreak, do a little loop around, and that should give us what we need. We've got 1 week of food before everything runs out. Alright, now we've got 3 weeks of food. But we can... Let's pull some emergency shifts. People are not happy. 6 days. Can we pull 1 week? Yeah, we lost a lot of trust there.
Citizens, our researchers have completed their latest project.
Alright, there we go. We gotta do some more frost breaking. Does it look like somebody died over here? Oh, and we're out of the prefabs. So we've got some right here. We could do that. Okay, can we stop? Alright, there we go. Oh wow, we're actually in the positive of materials with the emergency shift, which isn't great.
Remind everyone that heat suits are a tool for survival, not a fashion statement.
So we don't need to frost break a lot. There we go. Yeah, because we have to get that prefabs district underway. Now, it would be nice to get a coal mine going. Look at this one. We should do the coal mine there. Because it seems like this is going to run out pretty damn soon. Ouch, my finger. These fucking spindles. Mrs. Boss Lady keeps joking I'll fall asleep and get woken up by a prince. I don't get it. If a prince came near me, I'd rob him blind, then make him do the bloody spinning. But it's alright. Gonna beat my record today. Nice strong yarn. Auntie Mabel says if I can weave, I can work with her at the mill. Beats freezing in the streets. Everybody likes family apprenticeship. Alright. So now we have to build
From all corners
this
of
extraction
the city,
district.
the council gathers.
Alright, so next we frost break the rest of the of this district here. Yeah, perfect. So when that's done, we build that district next. Yep, there we go. Crap. How much time do we have? 30 weeks. Okay. So we do have enough time that we can still build this and maybe get some coal sent to the city. So let's get 40. Alright, let's get the logistics. Wait, what? What was I building towards? Oh my god. A materials thing. What was I doing? What? I don't understand. I don't understand myself sometimes. Honestly. Hey, Rob, it's mighty cold. Somebody left the fridge open. You came just in time to not see me be a complete moron. I just did something incredibly... And I had this thing... So I just frost broke out here to build my logistics bay. Despite the fact I see this icon for it here the whole time. And then when I try to build it, there's nothing there. And I'm like, where the hell did it go? And it's just this one materials vein. Like, what? What am I doing? Anyway, good to see you. How you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Oh my god. More people. We have not started off well tonight. I will just say.
Open your arms to those who have none.
Give it time. This is true. I know nothing about this game other than that it's a city builder that exists. Yeah. I'll say you're never this game there's no chill in this game. You're never in a good situation in this game. It's just constant crisis mode. Which is why it's so great. Except for like times like tonight when you have such a bad start. I feel like it's a bad start. I mean, there's always time to salvage things. Little Joey's been coughing all night. His forehead's as hot as the generator. It's them Turners, I know it's them. They got that new flu. And here they are, strolling about the neighborhood, carrying on with their business. They're killing people, that's what they're doing. Oh, please, Lord Almighty, I can't stand to lose another child. Someone's got to get through to them. The lack of law regulating contagion prevention is causing tensions to rise throughout the city. I put myself in a weird situation to help some random drug old guy home was worried he'd Dahmer me. Whoa. Well, glad you're still alive to make it to the stream. Actually, no, that came out wrong. I'm glad you made it to the stream because that means you're still alive. That's what I intended that to come out as. Well, interesting. Good on you for helping an old person get home. I guess it turns out he wasn't actually a Dahmer, so that means he actually probably did need your help, and you ended up doing a very good deed for the community. Good on you, my friend, and I'm glad you're still alive. Yes, being alive always beats out the alternative. I don't know why I do these things. Yeah. I have something that I guess is kind of in the same vein, but not nearly as dangerous at all. For some reason, I just come up across as somebody in the world that people like to talk to and give their life story to. Like, I'll just be walking in the grocery store and someone will start talking to me and I'll listen to them, and then it turns into this story about how, like, I lost my wife and then I wanted to kill myself or something like that. And I'm like, whoa, oh my god. Like, I was just getting some eggs. That was like an actual conversation I had one time. And so now I'm in this conversation for 30 minutes standing in front of the egg bin. So that's my thing. He was shirtless and drunk and couldn't walk. Oh my god. Well, I mean, honestly though, like, good on you for helping that person get home then. You know? Like, I'm glad that he didn't kill you. So the fact that he didn't, and that you're safe, it turned out to be a very good thing you did there, because, damn. Io was right. Oh man, we are out of food. So sorry, so sorry. We are out of food. Ugh. Okay. But now we can make it to the Frostland. Colder season. Okay.
Forecasts call for colder temperatures. Take action.
I don't know what happened here. We have such a bad start. I'm already not feeling this. I think we're just going to restart it. Yeah, let's just restart this. I'm already like I'm over this run. There's an old lady and toddler walking ahead of me, so I kind of walked with them past him and then asked if he needed help. Was hoping just an ambulance. Had to carry him into some building. Then, oh my god. Then up a few flights of stairs, called a friend to listen in. And she hung up! To like keep me safe. Wait. Wait, how did your friend hanging up keep you safe? Be like, hey, I called you so that you're a witness. Maybe we'll do one of these. Yeah, let's do the small map. Limited fuel. Crashing glaciers have ravaged this site, leaving a deep crevasse along its center. It offers potential geothermal power, however, other resources may be lacking. Let's see, balanced resources. I texted her too, and she didn't process what it meant. Oh, she was just like, oh, Rob, you're just having a crazy night type of thing, not like, oh my god, you might be in danger. A hanging rock protects the location of generator 157 from the prevailing winds. The very earth has cracked open, exposing natural geothermal power. I don't know, I might go back to Windswept Peaks. I just love Windswept Peaks. But I do it every time. I shouldn't, no. Geothermal deposits, but limited... Yeah, so... You know, maybe we'll do the Dreadnought, because we need to embrace the oil. Now, a few other resources. I don't know which one I want to do. I'm so disorganized on this Friday Night Frostpunk. I'm just going to outright admit it here. Large area. Access to fort. Yeah, see, I wanted to do a smaller area. The few other resources. Well, We could try to make it out to the Frostland quicker. It's a small area. Although I really wanted to do the crater. No, we're going to try the crater again. Limited coal. I'm kind of stuck here. Yeah, let's do Fractured Gorge. Let's give this one a try. We'll repopulate the Frostland because we're going to need to get the hell off of this map. You know, we're going to not do a tail on this one. The tail, I think, is what really messes us up. Wait, so when you finally were done with this guy, did you call your friend and were like, hey, what the hell? You're like, what happened there? You're supposed to be my safety buddy. Stewart. Okay. A different beginning. In a forgotten corner of the Frostland, 3 separate peoples found an unclaimed generator and made it their common home. So the laborers, factory workers and manual laborers who learned you must toil together to survive. The merchants, traders and shopkeepers skilled in enterprise and bold ventures. Or the machinists, descendants of groups that built the initial cities and maintained the machinery. Yes, and she was like, oh my god, I thought you were just talking to someone. She was... She was often edible and half asleep, but I'm going to throw this up to society forgetting about men's safety. Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like, oh, you're a guy. You'll be fine. But, oh my god. Your friend you're calling for safety is like on half an edible and is like, you're a guy, you'll be fine. Wow. Good insight, though. Good insight. Oh my god. Well, I'm glad you're safe. I'm very glad you're safe. World hasn't been the same since Elon and Trump broke up. I know, right? It just seems like up is down, left and right. Dogs and cats living together. Just not the dogs and cats of Trump and Elon. Oh my god. The thing I find so crazy about that whole thing is that not even after the inauguration, but during the campaign trail, like, I remember saying to my wife, like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, we have seen Trump throw every single person he's ever worked with under the bus. He's going to do the same thing to him. He's going to do the same thing. And it's like, sure enough, no more than a couple months in, and he did it. And it's like, how, like, I'm just a regular old average person who streams a video game, and I can see that. You're supposed to be this genius, which I know he's not, but he tries to give this impression that he is, and you couldn't see that. Like, it's just so ridiculous. I did a mitzvah. Like a... Wait, what? Like a bar mitzvah? Or what is that? There's something wrong with Elon. Like, he lives in a bubble. And yes, man in Twitter replies. He has no grip on reality. Yeah, I know, right? He has no grip on reality. But that's the thing. Neither does Trump. And so the two of them... I forget what show... I was watching some comedy show... And they were like, it was such a great line, and I'm gonna butcher it, but it was something like, "Oh, are you telling me that the two guys who have no empathy and can care about no one else in the world and can't see the world from anybody else's perspective, like like hate each other now?" Or it was some, I've totally butchered the joke, but it was much better than that. But yeah, I mean, that's basically what it is. Man could have gone down in history books as a great scientist if he didn't get all crazy. Oh, a mitzvah is a good deed. Ah. You gotta do one to have... Oh, I've learned something here. So I didn't know that. So to get a bar mitzvah, you have to do a good deed. Huh. Look at that. Now it all makes sense. So you did do a mitzvah. You did a major mitzvah. You did like a double mitzvah because it was a possible life-threatening mitzvah. Veep was a great... Oh my god. Yeah. That's one of those shows that's like on my list of shows. Because it looks just so funny. And I'm like, oh my god, I gotta watch this show someday. And then, you know, the show ends. And you're like, damn. I waited too long. Someday I'll watch that. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna finally get to it. I'll be like, oh my god, this show is amazing. I just want to talk about this show to somebody. And everyone's gonna be like, we watched that show like 8 years ago. What are you doing? Alright, so we've got coal over here. Alright, we need food. But yeah, I know, right? Like the thing about Elon Musk is that he worked so hard to develop this like mythos about him being this like genius, a scientist and everything. And I will freely admit that I thought that at one point. I wasn't like a fan of his, but I was like, oh well, you know, at least, you know, he's a scientist, so at least it's like someone who's a scientist who's running these companies. But it was also because I didn't really care that much about him to really dive into who is this guy, what is he about. And now that it's like, now that you kind of have to, because he's in such an important position, you're like, oh my god, this guy's in anything. It's all just a myth. I was a child watching Game of Thrones and wanted to watch Last Week Tonight. But they put Veep in Silicon Valley in between. HBO lured me in with dragons and boobs. And instead, I just got radicalized and became a software engineer. Oh my god, that is hilarious. That is effing hilarious. That was their secret plan the whole time. Their secret plan. Dragons and boobs, and all you did was become... All I did was become a software engineer. Womp, womp, womp. Isn't that the truth though with Game of Thrones? The thing I always found so funny about Game of Thrones is that like it's such a well-written show for most of it. And they would have these moments where they would have these beautifully written monologues. And especially so many of, like, Littlefinger got so many of them, but because he runs the brothel, it's like he's delivering this amazingly written monologue while, like, two people are having sex behind him and there's a naked woman next to him. And I'm like, you don't need the sex to get my attention. Like, the writing has my attention. But there was always this like thing about the show that it's just like, and I think a lot of HBO shows kind of get like this, where it's like, because we can have cursing and nudity, we're gonna do it, you know? It's kind of like when you're a kid and you're like, someone's like, oh, you know, you can drink tonight, and you just get wasted because You know, it's like your first time doing it. It's like, you don't need to have sex every 2 seconds. I don't mind nudity and all that stuff, but there's just this impression sometimes that it's like, oh, we got to have this for the people to pay attention. It's like, I can pay attention to things that don't have sex. Yeah, Elon thinks he's a savior, but he just reads sci-fi. No, they invented sex position. Yeah, sex position. That is such a great term for it. At the end of the day, we are monkeys. I actually do kind of think there is something to that too. A little more enlightened over here, but it all boils down to that. Yeah, I think we do kind of gloss over and try to not acknowledge the true animalistic nature of ourselves many times, but. That being said, it does get a little obvious and ridiculous sometimes. There's a great SNL sketch one time about the writer's room of Game of Thrones. And again, I'm probably butchering this, but it went something along the lines of like, it's the writer's room and they're like, and then this person says this and then they betray him. And then there's an epic battle. And then you find that there's also a 14-year-old boy in the writer's room, and all he ever says is just, and then she shows her boobs. And they're like, wait, what? Like, why would she show her boobs in this moment? Like, it doesn't make sense. That it doesn't make sense to the narrative. And he's like, but she shows her boobs. That's the writer's room of Game of Thrones. Sex position is a real thing. There were like essays on how Game of Thrones invented it. Oh, really? Oh, this is like an actual like I don't know if you call it theory. Not really theory, but it does kind of seem like that, though. Yeah, it's kind of like that that scene in what is it? I forget, that Adam McKay movie about the 2008 recession, where they have like Margot Robbie in a bathtub. It's like, how do I explain? Oh my god, I can't think tonight. I can't think of anything. I can't think of words. I can't read. I can't think of terms. You know, the mortgage thing that almost ruined the entire country. Let's see, technique, filmmaking style. Maybe something like that. Let me go for a different first law here. I always go for the same one. I just end up getting the same thing. No, because we do just need paid essentials. You really do just need it. Alright, the machinists. I don't want any of that stuff. I think most people see boobs and pay attention more, or hear fart sounds and laugh. Unfortunately. 2008, when I didn't buy a house, and when I could have in grammar school. Yeah. I wasn't in grammar school, but I too couldn't have bought a house in 2008. But I still can't now. Yeah, we'll do heat pipe watch. Oh, default credit swaps. That's what it was. It finally came to mind. Yeah, where it was like Margot Robbie in a bathtub, and they're just saying like, "There's no way for us to explain default credit swaps to you that you'll pay attention." So here's Margot Robbie in a bathtub explaining it to you. Yeah, I guess that's sex position right there. last opportunity to buy a house. Good luck. Oh, what am I doing? I need to build coal district. I feel like I'm just gonna be like a... Oh, tell me I didn't frostbreak it. Oh my god, I'm already starting this run off with nonsense. With shenanigans. A forever renter. Living that renting life. You forgot about that. Wait, I feel like I'm rambling on about a bunch of random stuff. Which one of those things did you forget about? Oh, yeah, the Margot Robbie thing. Yeah. Ah, what is the name of that movie? The Big Something. The Big Short. Yeah, I think that's what it was. The Big Short. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Yeah, we expanded that one. So let's build... Short, yeah. Yeah, the Big Short, yeah. That's what it was.
The price of gruel has been reduced this week.
The Big Short is also about all of my resources in these runs. But there we go. Dad joke. He knew when his stripper had 3 rental properties. Yeah. They did. That they did for all of us. It's like how people don't understand that movie The Wolf of Wall Street is like a cautionary tale. You're like, oh hell yeah. It's like, oh my god, did you not understand, like, you're not supposed to like this guy. You're not supposed to want any of that. But, you know, that's why we are where we are. Listen to me, I am just all pessimism tonight. Alright, let's get one of these expanded. Yeah, let them fend for themselves.
In order.
We gotta pass Heat Pipe Watch. Oh yeah, this is a good one. And we can just let this ride. What the only thing I got from that was I need to find some Quaaludes. That, I will say though, that Quaalude scene was very well done. The acting in it, I should have gone into sales. Yeah. Oh my god. I think though, it is interesting. I do like the very last moment of the movie and the kind of insight into it when the guy is like doing speeches to people and he's like, sell me this pen, and it shows you that most people don't and it's like alluding to that scene earlier in the movie when John Barathol he's like, oh, sell me this pen, and John Barathol is like, alright, give me the pen. He's like, alright, I need you to write my name down. Oh, you don't have a pen? I'll sell you this pen. And then at the very end, when he's like asking people like in the crowd, sell me this pen. And everyone's like, oh, it's a good pen. It's this pen. It's that pen. Because most people don't think like, oh, let me screw somebody over by making them need this thing first.
Help us keep you.
Keep the warmth. Yeah, this one, I don't really read this one because this one is just showing you the new heat map. And we know about it. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have, even after watching that movie, I wouldn't have wanted to go into sales. I mean, I've dipped my hand into the stock market a little bit to see what it would be like to actually try to like keep up with stock news and buying and selling stuff, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I have my IRA, I do that. I have a couple of investments, and I basically just hold on to them. It sucks. Econ is an AP class. Yeah. Yeah. I know. That was the other thing. I maybe part of the reason I didn't get into like econ class when I was in high school. Most of the people who were in that class were kind of assholes, to say it bluntly. So I was always like, oh, that doesn't seem like something I'm really interested in. If that's who's doing it, then no thank you.
A new council session is now in order.
Oh, we're wasting heat. Well, let's not waste heat. Wait. Yeah, it's livable. How are we wasting heat? +1 proximity. Yeah. Oh, well now we're not wasting it. They wouldn't let me into AP History, so I had to do AP Econ and Government. Yeah, I remember when I was in high school, I wanted to get into AP English because I showed an interest in it. Now, my grades weren't great, but I might have applied myself had I had some motivation. Because I loved writing, and now I am a writer, and I teach drama. But I remember my teacher at the time was like, I got like a C on a quiz or something, and she comes up to me and she's like, and you want to be an AP? And it completely demotivated me. And I never pursued doing that. And I always think about that. I'm like, what an awful teacher. Now that I'm a teacher, I'm like, that's my goal, to never be that teacher. Okay, we need 40 heats. Oh, we have our 40 heat stamps. Alright, let's get our food district going here. Oh, we can pass laws. Let's pass a law. You know, we always do forage additives. Let's do chemical additives. Or actually, no, because, yeah, that's something the machinists will negotiate with. So let's not do that. Let's do this, because now we might be able to get warm housing districts. And let's get the machinists. Yes, and so we'll promise chemical additives. And now let's let it ride. Yeah. Oh wait. A great part of uni was having classes you wanted to take. Good teachers make a big difference. Yeah, passion is important. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I teach theater, and I've had students come up to me and be like, "Oh my God, you're the reason I became a theater major," and I was like, "Oh, wow, I was not expecting that." Because you know,
The delegates have
you teach your class, you go home.
A new law takes hold.
You never know if you actually, you know, pique anybody's interest. And so sometimes the compliment comes a couple years later. But yeah, I think that's the thing, is like you gotta like find somebody's interest, not find your interest. Lack of law regulating childhood is causing tension. Okay, so we gotta do that one. One, two, three, four. Excellent. And then, yeah, 1, 2, 3, right there. Perfect. Okay. And it's also like, I can understand, you catch somebody on a bad day, they're not at their best. I've had days where I'm teaching and I'm just not at my best. But I've never, like, used that to, like, degrade a student like that. Like that experience I had. I've had, like, when I have a bad day, it's like, I don't think I'm teaching effectively today. Not, oh, I completely ruined a student's motivation today. Or at least I don't think so. Who knows? Maybe ask my students. But that would be a bummer if it were the case.
Become addicted to heat. Turn off all furnaces when not
Alright,
at home.
let's get some materials going. Exactly, yeah. It takes extra effort to be mean and none to be nice. Exactly. You have to, like, go out of your way to be mean to somebody. Which is why it makes no sense. Okay. So we've only got 17 weeks of that. I think we have... Yeah, there's some right here. There's some down there. We need to go after one, though. Yeah, let's do that, and then we can, like, roll around that way. Honestly, Andrew Lloyd Webber would never be so lax. Wait, what do you mean? The South Park Theater episode? No, I haven't. Oh man, I'm very like what do you call it? Like I watched the show in waves. Though I haven't watched it in a while. But I would I would watch like a ton of them regularly and then not watch it for a while. So I'm very like spotty with the episodes I have. But I would imagine if the theater episode they did would be fantastic. Since Trey Parker is such a theater person. There we go. This will be like a perfect little prefabs district when we need it.
A new council session is now in order.
All right. Oh yeah, and then chemical additives. You know, I just remembered one thing I didn't do last run that we just ended was shake people for money. Nothing was just making a joke that I guess makes no sense. Oh.
The eyes have it.
You must one day, if only that one. It's an old one, so it's good. Oh, okay. I imagine it must be around the time that like Book of Mormon was like a big deal, because they were all like, or like right after it came out. Wait, and the WWE Backyard Wrestling one is very theatery as well. That one I do know. That one is great. Such a great episode. The Backyard Wrestling one. Oh my god, I haven't seen South Park in a while now. God, how long has that show been on? A profitable day. First couple were all rags and bones, useless. But then there was this woman with real ruby earrings. Ought to cover the arrival fee, I said. The wife will love those. Next was a bunch of strong fellas. I sent them straight to Elaine's place. She'll wring 'em dry before I get home. Lately, there's been less of them. Maybe word is getting around. Gotta take advantage while it lasts. The lack of law regulating outsiders is decreasing population growth. I literally think they promote Book of Mormon at the end. Oh my god, that's hilarious. All my life, all I wanted was to be a wrestle song. God, you know, one regret I have in life is around the time Book of Mormon was being shopped to theater companies, I was working at in the literary department of an off-Broadway theater company, and the script had been sent to the company that I was working for, and so I had on my computer like the Word document from like Trey Parker and Matt Stone of the script for the Book of Mormon. And so I got to read it, but I was like, oh, man, I should have sent myself a copy of that Word document just to keep it. But I didn't, because I was like, oh, you know, it's you know, a work thing. I don't want to like steal it or anything like that. Now that it's like been a couple decades since I've worked there, I'm like, screw that. I should have just taken that. I'm not messing around with coal, so we're going to build another one here as we get to the Frostland. So we'll do another coal district there. So maybe that isn't the smartest. Yeah, I need to expand this stuff.
Some chemical food additives are highly flammable. Arrange cupboards carefully.
Statute of limitations is up. Yep. That's right. That's why I wish I had it. You know, I still haven't seen the show. I still haven't seen it. One of these days I gotta go see it. Still haven't seen it. A dessert run when? So, I don't know if that's like a reference to the show. I don't remember anything about it, about what I read. Because it's a much different, like, experience when you're just reading it, you know? I don't remember anything about what I had read for it. Because this was also before it became this big deal. It was just, like, this Word document, and they were like, oh, the two South Park guys wrote a musical. And I was like, what? That's, like, the craziest thing I've ever heard. And then it like blew, and then after I left that job, the show opened and blew up into this crazy thing. Let's see. Oh yeah, outsiders. We need to do something about this. Yeah, let's accept all outsiders. 33, I think we can vote on this. Oh, Deseret. Oh, yeah, is the Mormon state in Utah. They tried to form in Vic 3. And it's in... Oh, is it really? Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh. Vic 2 converted a lot of people to Mormonism. Oh my god, how do I not know this one? That's funny because I am currently my offline run. I'm finishing up a France run, and my next like offline goal is to do a United States run and try to get the economic dominance achievement. So it's a good thing you told me that, because now I can look for that in there. Because I did not know about that. You know, we still don't have... Yeah, let's frost break out. No. Never click things anymore. Alright, yeah, we need some money. So people, give us some money. Feral children. Stuart, 5 children are dead and dozens lay wounded after 2 large youth gangs met for what they called a rumble. Most of the children are armed with knives. The fighting escalated to a full-scale battle. As the parents of the deceased mourn, they insist these children should not have been left unattended. Indeed, many backstreet alleys seem to be overtaken by uncared-for youth. Some areas are beginning to be dangerous even for adults. Yeah, we'll get these kids under wraps. Once you colonize Utah, you can release them. I don't think there is anything unique, but in Vic 2 there was, and like mods. I can't wait until the patch so I can really learn the game. Oh, the patch. I cannot wait for the patch. It's going to be so great. They released another dev diary yesterday with like all of the last little miscellaneous changes, and it's just going to be glorious. Yeah, I've been like on the edge of my seat waiting for this. I mean, it's just so much fundamental good change that it's like I just cannot wait. I think now the thing they released on Thursday, you're gonna be able to do blockades, like true full-on blockades. Yeah, there we go. This is gonna increase our heat stamps. And now, ooh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, there we go. I don't know who to play in EU4 right now. I'm excited for it. All this just makes me want EU5 so much more. Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited for EU5. I think like I'm probably not going to learn the game like EU4 all that much because I'm like I might as well just wait for EU5 and then go from there. But there is also a part of me that's like, no, I should learn EU4 now. It'll make starting off in EU5 that much better. So I don't know. Do your oh wait. If it's good, It's going to be all I wanted. Most of what I wanted. Yeah. I mean, the trade thing is just going to be epic. Epic, epic trade. Get yourself prepared for Vicky 3. Do your Utah Mormon run. See if there's some content for it there. You know, there probably is in the mod Hail Columbia. The mod Hail Columbia is like a deep immersive pack for the United States, so they probably have that there. I wouldn't hesitate. Don't get scared off by all the numbers. Yeah, I don't know what my deal is with EU4. The city grows. Stuart, a new count has revealed significant growth in our population in recent weeks. Some attribute the rise to an influx of settlers from the Frostland, others to births outnumbering deaths. Whatever the cause, we've adjusted our calculations to the city's need to reflect the new numbers. The warfare is best by far. Trade is good. History good. That's what I hear. And I mean, I've also, like, from what I've been told, it's like how, like, Victoria 3's what do you call it, like, main thing is the economy. EU4's main thing is, like, diplomacy. So that's how it's kind of been described to me. You're getting ready. You're gonna be getting ready for the patch, and I've been watching vids. Yeah. Hopefully, I've been doing like those dev diary TLDR videos. Utah only would be impossible for me though. Colonization too. Yeah, I guess to start the game with Utah, you'd have to, like, start as Mexico and then release Utah. Longing to join his wife in the beyond. 90 years old, 90 summers. Well, winters more like. I've had a good life, I guess. Well, I've had a life anyway. Not everyone in the old Queen Hith crew can say the same. I'd always thought I'd be sharing my Liddy's grave, but now Pete's pressuring me to donate my body to the city. Apparently them doctors are using dead folks' skin to fix up frostbite or something. Can't they leave me alone? Haven't I been through enough? The lack of a law regulating funerals is causing tension to rise throughout the city. EU4 is like everything besides in-depth trade, pops, and characters. Yeah, you know, I think my thing I gotta figure out with EU4 is like when I start a game of well, let me figure this out real quick here. What am I doing? 1, 2, yeah. Like, when I start a game of Victoria 3, like, I know what I need to do, no matter what the country is. Because it's like, okay, let me start getting the economy underway, let me get the construction started, this and that, right? I think a lot of times my problem, I watch all these videos about tutorial videos in E4, and then I start it up, and I'm like, oof, what am I supposed to do? Like, what's step 1? That's where I kind of stumble sometimes. EU5, I just want those things, and they seem to have added it. That's what I've been hearing from people who know the game, and I've been watching some videos about the dev diaries on EU5, and it seems like what people are saying is like they've kind of taken quite a bit of like Victoria 3's economic system and are putting it into EU5, which sounds great to me. Because the other thing that kind of draws me to EU5 is I would love to play like the American Revolution, and go through that whole time period as like the 13 colonies. And I know that's EU4, and I'm sure EU5. I would love to do that. Yeah, we're going to do family apprenticeship, as we always do. But I just can't help myself. No, we don't want any of those. Let's look at the laborers. I don't know. Let's look at the merchants. Yeah, we'll do service exemptions. Yeah, now we'll get this. EU4 had a random numbers problem, and that gets fixed with Vic3 pops. Oh, interesting. Well, they also, in the dev diary yesterday, said that in the new update they're going to have an RNG seed like thing. Like you'll be able to save the seed that you start with and then recreate it. I forgot the term. It's a term I've seen in other games before, and suddenly I can't think of what it's called. Typical, I can't think of terms or words or anything tonight. My brain is so like flustered and scattered. Oh boy. Well, we're out of food. That's not good. It is stupid daunting, though, I must confess. That's one of the other things that I've been finding difficult to get into. It is like, I remember how much it took me to learn Victoria 3. And it really took me, I would say it was like a year. Not of constant play, but I would say a year to really, really learn the game. And a lot of videos and tutorials and stuff. And so the idea of doing all that again for another game, because I know EU4 is just as complicated or more, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I have enough time to put that much effort into just learning another game. Minecraft. Ooh, what about Minecraft? I see Minecraft played, though. From what it seems like, Minecraft isn't complicated, just addicting. More. We are not getting enough prefabs for what we need. I feel like it's complex in different ways. Vic3 is harder for me. Oh, Minecraft seeds. Oh, I see. Oh, is that like a thing in Minecraft? You can like save your seed. I know that was a thing in Civilization 6 as well. You can kind of like save your seed and recreate it. A rowdy funeral. Stuart, there was a shameful display during a wake yesterday. Some of the deceased's family wanted a traditional burial, while others complained about wasteful antics and said the body should be donated to further the city's health care. This should save people's lives, was answered with, I won't risk my father's soul. And as people got more heated, they eventually came to blows. In the aftermath of the fight, the body disappeared and each side suspects the other foul play. Sadly, this is not an isolated incident. Maybe we should commit rules to get everyone on the same page. Yeah, okay. We'll do something. You were saying what other games have seeds, Minecraft seeds. Yeah, okay. Oh wait, and before that, EU4 is complex in different ways. Vic3 is harder for me. Yeah, I remember the first time I turned on Vicky 3, looking at like, I started as the United States, and just looking at the market, and I was like, I have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to do in this game. No idea at all. And then eventually, after a year of YouTube videos, I figured it out. Civ 5 ruined me. Elon played one game of Civ and thought he had everything figured out. And Rob Vegas puts that at 72% likely. Wait, did he stream it? I would love to see him sit there, like, acting like, oh, I figured out Civ in one run. Kind of like how he figured out Path of Exile, right? What a joke. I had balancing the market. In EU4 there's less balance and more do things.
The steward's agenda.
Yeah, I just need to sit down and just dedicate some time to it. That's what I need. I just need to sit down and dedicate some time to EU4. What's the promise we made? Oh yeah. Service exemptions. That's right. We'll do this. No, but there is an interview of him shitting on chess. He's like, it's too simple. There are no units or tech trees. There's no tech trees in chess. Oh my god. Here's the thing I find so funny about that whole thing with him and video games and like the whole thing with like Path of Exile. I feel like that community, the like Path of Exile like community, probably like if he had come out and was like, oh, I like to play this game called Path of Exile, and I'm really into it. You know, I'm not that great at it, and I also, you know, I don't have enough time to dedicate to it, but I enjoy it. I feel like had he like come out and said that, that whole community probably just it would have been like, oh, that's so awesome! Oh my god, Elon loves this game too. That's so cool, right? But the fact that he tried to like pretend like that he was good at it, pay somebody to do it, that whole thing, like makes people absolutely hate you. And in the end, that's all he really cares about, is people liking him. Like, in the end, that's all he wants. He wants people to love him and idolize him. And so had you just been honest and been like, I like this game, I'm not great at it, I don't have enough time to dedicate to it. But he can't say that I'm not the best. Like, it's just so, it's sad. I think he said it's too simple. There are squares instead of hexes. He would have been fine, but nope, had to flex. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, you don't have to be the best at something, right? Like, every Friday night I stream Frostpunk 2, and I think I can safely say I'm not that good at it. I fail every Friday, but I like the game, and I stream it every Friday, and I'm very good at other games. But this one, I am probably not the best person out there, but I like it. That's all you need to say. I doubted food could be mustered from dust, yet now the city creates nourishment in lab beakers. I doubted merit could be rewarded and cherished within the city. I doubted children could still learn to revere their elders, yet here they tend dutifully to my needs. This made me realize what this city can become. The times of mere survival are gone. We must organize. A brighter tomorrow is within our reach. Overseers. All right, we got the overseers. So, the community action. The overseers will temporarily preside over industry to maximize production. And then a good perk is voluntary patrols. Crime will be decreased. I know nothing about this game, and all I've heard is, oh no, and I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. Yeah, this game is all about regret and sadness. And of course, that's why it's awesome. Regret. Who doesn't like regret and sadness? Alright, I need to get to the Frostland. We need 200 prefabs so I can get there. There we go. Oops. And I can't believe I don't have a research center yet. I mean, honestly. Like, Elon would be so upset with me that I'm not utilizing the tech tree. Fucking idiot. Oh no, Stuart, it was only a matter of time. We had an unusually long streak of mild weather, but now meteorologists are clear. There's a familiar drop in air pressure at higher altitudes. A whiteout is coming. The wind will cause extreme cold, and the clouds will blot out the sun. Without shelter and ample fuel, our people will be at mortal risk. We have to prepare. I forgot, because I didn't add a tail, we get the whiteout. Yeah. Whoopsie. Whoopsie, whoopsie. A broken vow. Wait, what? Stuart, the laborers are furious that the heat pipe watch law is no longer in force. Oh, whoops. They wish to remind you of the vow you swore to enact this law. Keeping this vow earned you significant goodwill with their members. Breaking it now has pushed them towards hostility. Oh, yeah. Service exemptions. Actually, I forgot that that got rid of heat pipe watch. I'd rather have the heat pipe watch. Sorry, guys. My bad. Public education. Ew, I know, right? Such a bad word. Public education.
The delegates have gathered and will...
Oh, I gotta pass a funerals law. Almost forgot. Let's do that. The overseers are like ceremonial funerals. Let's do it then. Let's make sure it passes. The only thing they want is their homes heated. No. The only thing the machinists want are to heat homes. Okay, fine. Heat homes. I'll heat the merchants' homes.
The delegates
Well, that got it. Alright. So... the laborers. Which one are... what's the logo for the merchants again?
A new law takes hold.
Yeah, those guys. Okay. What do I have to heat it to? I think it's livable. Yeah, I think they all just need to be unlivable. Will that do it? No? Yeah, I guess that has to be warm. are the laborers. Oh wait, do I have to keep it? Process time. Oh wait. Yeah, that'll be in here. Allocate maximum heat to the districts where this community has key presence. There we go. So for 9 weeks. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we'll be good. To livable or warm. Oh, so it just needs to be on livable. Then let's put it on livable. Alright, what am I doing now? Do we have that yet? No. Yeah, I'll leave this for another materials district. Go. Alright, we have got to get the Research Institute. Ooh, and we're out of workforce. Efficiency is increased. Yeah, let's do that. Finally, we've got ourselves a logistics district. Okay. Okay, so we get coal there. Well, we can't really use the oil yet. We get food. What we really need are materials. Alright. Well then, let's go out here. You guys go out there. Oh, hello.
One of our oldest citizens has passed away.
Oh.
All are invited to pay their respects at the funeral.
Alright. We'll grant an agenda on these guys. Let's try to get them happy. I don't want you guys so mad at me. We need this expedition to work out well, because we're about to run out of stuff. Let's do that. Oops, what is happening on my screen here? Oh, colder season. Wonderful. No, try and click that. We laborers have had high hopes for Bordesley. Lots of us thought this district was the place, thought here we'd carve ourselves out a home. Now we don't think about much save keeping warm. Not sure why it's so cold, if the steward's being stingy with us, or there just ain't enough heat to go around. Whatever the trouble, it's leadership's job to fix it, and they won't hear a kind word out of us, until that happens. Bordesley, where the laborers are a key presence, is cold. Relations with them have worsened until you address this. Okay. I see. Overseers rallies build support. Stuart, the overseers have started gathering for periodic rallies supporting your rule. They praise you for steering the city on a path to innovative prosperity. They attract large crowds of people who share their optimism. Between speeches, they teach the onlookers about the past glory of the Imperial Exploration Company and how the generators were built. What these pioneers achieved mere decades ago is amazing. We owe them everything, to be honest, said an onlooker. Leadership and discipline, that's how anything gets done. That's how we can defeat the Frost. The overseers are suggesting several things they believe will improve the city even further. What should they focus on? Workforce. I think, we need workforce. After an hour, I'm going to do a Polynesian run. Ooh, get all the islands, all the boats. Hawaii run. Hawaii runs are fun. I used to do Hawaii runs long time ago. It's definitely fun. Highly recommended. Actually, Hawaii might be a cool one to do in the new update. If you can really set up like some trade centers and really get trade going, because Hawaii would need trade. But yeah, go for it. Do yourself a Hawaii run. Hawaiian New Jersey. Go for it. That would be a cool run. Hawaii, New Jersey. All right.
Attention, citizens. A new law is in effect.
Is it now? Oof. Every nation seems a lot more viable in the new patch. Yeah. The whole, we really have to get our hands on this new trade system, but it does really seem like being able to create like basically a building in a state that essentially could produce anything and as a local good in that state, it really does make every state so much more viable now. It is going to be great. All right. I think we're at time for me tonight. Honestly, I say this at I've been saying this the last couple Friday Night Frostpunks. I think we can continue this next week. But every time I say that, once I get to the following week, and on Friday I look at where we left off, I'm like, oh, what was I thinking? This is awful. But we're not failing yet, so we might be able to continue this next time. Wait, there's an achievement called Surfing USA. Colonize the USA as Hawaii. Really? I don't think I've seen that one. Oh, I don't think I've seen that. What? That's definitely a future stream for me. Surfing USA. I'm going to look for that. I don't remember that one. Well, yeah, good luck on your Hawaii run. I want to know how that turns out. That sounds like a good night right there. Yeah, so I think that's going to be it for me tonight. So let's see. Next time I'm on, I'll be on again on Monday. Oh, in EU4, that makes sense. I was like, I do not remember that achievement in Vic 3. Because I've scoured the Vicky 3 achievements list left and right. Definitely got to do that in EU4 then. Yeah, 10 minutes and then bed. It is kind of that time. So I'll be back on Monday. And I think I'll finally be able to do my Monday afternoon Victoria 3 stream. So Monday I should be able to do 2 sessions, one in the morning, one at night. As always, if you haven't, please give me a follow on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube so you get alerted to the next time I'm on. Rob, always nice hanging out with you on here, man. Thanks for stopping by. And to everyone else, thanks for watching, and have a good night. And of course, as always, be awesome. I'll see you guys next time.